Hi GQ, it's Amelia Dimoldenberg, and today I'm going undercover on the internet. It's actually me. X. How did you not jump across the table? Damson is so fine. Fire emoji. Here's the definition of fine, but I was obviously playing it cool, okay? I can't jump across the table. The police would have been called or something. That's what I was thinking at the time. And then when he did kiss my hand, I did sort of squeal. Thank you. Oh my God. I thought it was inside, but it kind of was outside because his lips were very soft. Yes, he's great. This is from @ChickenIsGod. What do you eat when you're not eating chicken? I need to know. Pasta with tomato sauce, like I could eat that every single day of my life. Chocolate, oh, I love chocolate, chocoholic. I love cereal and I love toast. Nothing with too much flavor as well, or too much spice. It's a bland food. Replied, if you had to choose a different type of food to base your show around, what would it be and why? My Jewish dad did once say to me that he thought I should do chicken soup date. In Jewish culture, they love chicken soup. So maybe I could do a spin-off, but I don't really love chicken soup. Maybe ice cream. I like ice cream. Maybe it could be at an ice cream parlor and you could give yourself brain freeze. I think chicken nuggets though is really the best option, to be honest. Does Amelia ever coordinate her outfits with her guests? Because this one goes way too well with Addison's to not be planned. We do look like sisters in this photo actually, but I never really know what the other guest is gonna wear. This is actually my own design of my own collection with Peachy Den that I'm wearing. Maybe it would be cute to match with someone one day. Matching outfits, I feel like it's a flex. Replied. Wikipedia. The first filmed episode was released in March 2014 featuring a date, in quotation marks, with Grime MC Gets. Date, it's real guys, it's real. There's no need for quotation marks. But yeah, that's true, 2014. Over 10 years ago now, I remember it well. I was super nervous that Gets wouldn't turn up, and he was in fact early. That was back when I used to produce the whole thing myself, and so I was really worrying that the camera team wouldn't arrive and the shop wouldn't be open, and that was what I was more stressed about than anything really. But yeah, it was a success. One of my favorite episodes to this day. Shout out to all the day ones who remember it. I feel like it got like 100 views. And look at me now. Next. She later studied for a foundation diploma in art and design, true, and a BA in fashion communication at Central St. Martin's. She graduated in 2017, true. And now I have an honorary fellowship at the same university. I got that last year, so we could add that in to the end. Instagram. Okay, so it is a thing for her to match guests. Okay, so I did have an idea when I knew that I was gonna be interviewing Ed Sheeran, which I was so happy about. I thought, okay, I'm gonna dye my hair ginger to match Ed Sheeran. I really did like the ginger. Makes us look like the perfect pair. I don't even know if he noticed properly. I think he's probably just so used to his own ginger hair, they didn't notice mine, but yeah, so I think it looked good, and I'll have the ginger back again. Oh my God, where did you find this from 2012? What is going on here? Well, this was Halloween. But guys, I've had so many more amazing Halloween costumes than this. This is probably like one of my most basic Halloween costumes. Last year I was Roz from Monsters Inc., been Mr. Bean, Britney Spears. This is like a basic Halloween costume of me being a vampire and badly drawn on eyebrows. It looks so young. Jonathan is onto something. I wonder if Amelia Dims would ever try acting for real. I mean, yes, I've been doing many self-tapes. I haven't got any parts. So apparently that's what it's like, isn't it, being an actor? I could play like, you know, like an awkward girl from London. I could do that, right? If anyone wants to cast me, I'm available. I'd do anything with Jonathan Bailey in it. That would be great. What's the most awkward first date you've been on in real life, not the show? When you're like in lockdown, like a walking in the park date, I went on one of those and the guy told me he was really hungover, which is obviously a great start to a date. And then he basically had to have a little break when we were at a park bench and he leaned over and then he basically started gagging and he threw up. That was not really ideal. What is the most Aquarius thing about you? I'm very independent, and I think that is a trait of an Aquarius. I'm very good at being on my own and doing things on my own and living life, being independent and free and not needing anyone apart from myself. Next, YouTube.
It is not an interview show, it is a date.
Of course, it's a real date.
It's a real date.
Yes. This is from It Rains Too Much. Ugh. She went from interviewing celebrities to being one herself. I wonder what that feels like. I don't know, it's hard to explain what it feels like. Overwhelming at times, for sure, but going on Seth's show was a dream come true. I love late night talk shows so much. I find them super inspiring for the things that I do. So it was amazing to be able to be a guest on that show. I loved it, the experience so much, and Seth's an amazing interviewer. So much of my time is actually spent watching other celebrity interviews or just interviews in general. Every interviewer has their own style, and I feel like I've always tried to make my own, like distinctly my own. I'm really grateful to be able to have a global audience now through the show and through YouTube. I think you're able to connect with so many people from all over the world. So it's amazing, yeah. Replied.
If we were to start a relationship, I'm not saying that you would want to or that I would necessarily want to, but
The body language experts are probably having a field day with this one. I don't believe in body language experts. So, yeah. That man did not take one single bite of chicken, but he ate. Absolutely, he did. Now Kiss is from YouTube. YouTube. Stirring the pot here. Yeah, famously, I don't kiss in the show. It's more to do with the table, you know? It's a bit awkward to kiss over a table, isn't it? We'll just be a bit weird and awkward, so no kissing allowed. I'm a prude. Next. I need to hear Amelia do American accent again. That was something else. Well, I couldn't possibly do an American accent again. That would just be terrible. Oh, my good at it. I'm not gonna do any more. Amelia comes across as so chill and well prepared for her interviews. I wonder if she's ever completely winged on through. No, I have never not been prepared. For anything actually ever in my life. It often doesn't make me the most relaxed person. I've been to interviews where people do that and they don't have any questions written down, and it's super impressive, but I just can't do that. And then follow up, I need to know her fave Blackpink song. Sour Candy. That's a bop, isn't it? Posted. When did Amelia realise she was so funny? Is she like this in her real life? Well, thank you. I wouldn't say I was so funny, but I definitely in school was funny as a way to make friends, because I didn't have any friends when I started school. But I guess I feel like I'm less funny in real life. I don't know. I feel like I'm quite serious. I think it's because I'm overthinking all the time, so I find it hard to be that funny. I think I used to be funnier before I was famous, and then it just sort of got to me. I think something happened, and I think I now feel like anyway, maybe we're getting too deep here. I'm hoping to be funnier next month. I wonder what Amelia would have done for a job if Chicken Shop Date hadn't been so huge. Well, I always wanted to be editor of Vogue, and I hear that there's a position open maybe. Let's see. But yeah, so I always wanted to work in magazines. Obviously, I studied fashion journalism at university. And then I also really wanted to work on the Tube, on the London Underground. I always wanted to work in the control room. Can't get more controlling than a control room. So yeah. Reddit. I never go on Reddit. Amelia Dimoldenberg doing the apple dance at Lido. If Amelia was a pop song, which song would she be? Dancing Queen by ABBA. Yeah, I love to dance. Doing the apple dance for Charli was a highlight of my life, honestly. It was the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. When she asked me to do it, she said, don't worry if not. I was like, what do you mean, don't worry if not? I waited my whole life for this moment. I've been practicing for a year doing the dance. If Amelia could bring any celebrity back from the dead to have on her show, what would it be? Who would it be? Robin Williams. He would be an iconic guest. One of the funniest people to ever walk the planet. Robin Williams. It would be an honour to have him on the show. Charli with Dua Lipa, Amelia Dimoldenberg, Lily Allen and others at Dua's after party. Ooh. Low-key, this is the Avengers of Great Britain. That's a stacked room. I had such a great evening. However, the evening turned sour It was like 2 a.m, went home. I was in West London, I live in East. Got all the way home, got to my flat, didn't have my keys. Now at this point, it's like 2:30 in the morning. Call my sister, she doesn't pick up. I then have to get a cab all the way back to West London because I'm like, okay, I have to go to my parents. During the cab, I'm like calling hotels, like seeing if they have any space for me to go because I didn't want to wake my parents up. I have to climb over the gate of my parents' flat and then I call the buzzer. No one picks up for like 2 rings. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna sleep outside on the street. They open the door, like, I burst into tears. And they were like, what's happened? I was like, I got locked out. And they were like, okay, right, it's fine. Anyway, I felt bad for waking them up at 3 in the morning. I always remember that night because of getting locked out. TikTok, tiki-toki. What's going on here, Amelia? Well, I'm dancing. I always get these comments under my dancing videos. What are you doing? What's going on? I'm dancing, okay? I'm expressing myself through contemporary dance.
I was kind of surprised by Giveon being like so funny.
She has the same exact voice as Charli XCX. I don't think that's true. I think it's just because we're both British. Maybe these is American people commenting here. Do you think we have the same voice? I don't think we do. I have the same voice as my sister, that's for sure.
I haven't had my heart broken very many times.
Really?
Almost none.
What's the secret?
I'm cute.
What are your tips for getting over heartbreak? Amelia. Sadly, is don't speak to them. I think you have to go cold turkey on like not talking to them, but it's honestly the hardest thing to do. And then always have a plan on Sunday, because Sunday and Sunday evening, I feel like is when you feel most lonely. It's my tip.
I felt like somewhat of a failure because I hadn't received the approval of my tutors.
Did any of those tutors come back around and apologise to you? Now you're crushing it. What I was trying to do with my uni project, the tutors just didn't understand the vision. And now, you know, the vision has been realised. If you have an idea that you think is great, don't listen to anyone else and just carry on with it. And that's what I did. But I think one of the tutors is not there anymore. I think something happened. Karma.
Do you think it's a bit early on in your career to be hosting the Oscars?
I do think so.
Yeah.
I'm only 61. This feels early.
It does. I was literally thinking that when I saw the announcement. I thought, could they not have found someone a bit more qualified?
Wonder if she's ever considered hosting a late night show. I have, but I also feel like I've got Chicken Shop Day, and Chicken Shop Day is my version of late night. I still love watching late night though. Posted. How do you say this? Quora? Do people go on this? Is it like a mum's net? How does Amelia Dimoldenberg manage her personal life and career? I've always been very career orientated. Like I've always been very interested in my career and I've always worked a lot. But I also have always made time for my friends. I don't really work on the weekend apart from today. So I always usually say try and avoid working on weekends, which means that you end up having a bit of a balance. It's a hard one. It's hard to balance. It's a work in progress, I would say. Do you think Billie Eilish and Amelia Dimoldenberg would make a good couple? One of my friends, actually, a good friend of mine, after I uploaded the Billie Eilish date, said that like, this is it now. You found the one and what you've been searching for is Billie Eilish. So yeah, I think that if I was interested in women, yes, we could make a great couple, but I'm interested in men. Does Amelia Dimoldenberg work for GQ? I mean, I would love to. I have actually hosting the red carpet for Man of the Year, which I've loved doing for 3 years in a row now. And again, I always said I wanted to work in magazines, so maybe I will. Adam, watch out, I'm coming for your job as editor of GQ. Posted. Okay, that's it from me. It's Amelia Dimoldenberg, and I'm signing off the internet.